Hi everyone, it's been weeks. What a few weeks we've had. Thank you everybody that's been taking part. I've cut out a face mask. Very simple one that I'm doing. There's a lot of preparation involved, only because it gives you cleaner lines to work from. It's entirely up to you how you do it. Any shapes possible. I find this one easiest because basically you can make lots of them in the machine at the same time. So if you need 10, you can crank out 10 rather than just having to complete one at a time. It's entirely up to you how you do it. Back to the old ironing board. I have a pink iron. The pieces that I'm using are from the offcuts of the scrubs, which is a great way of using up the scraps. This piece is 7 inches. I work in old money, sorry guys, 7 inches by 15. So basically it's almost double plus an extra inch for the turn under on the edge of the mask. So what you do is you turn over the bottom end, not massive, just about a centimetre and a half. You can see that on there. And you do the other end to match. Whoops, let's move my camera around. Like that. And what I've been doing is thinking, how can I speed this up? Because it takes forever. So you just line up those two ends like this. Just moved it up so you can see. Lay them flat and iron a crease on that one. Now that's your halfway mark. Now that is going to be your outer edge that you're going to be on the outside, and on the other side will be against your face. So this section here is going to be where you got the folds. Rather than folding them the right way first time and getting it all wrong and crooked, I decided to just line the straight edges against each other and iron them. This isn't necessarily the line that you'll be losing or the crease you'll be using. It is just basically the same as drawing a line. You'll have a crease in your fabric to guide you, which is a lot easier than getting a ruler out and trying to get it all measured up and doing it, which is what they do on the internet. And I'm thinking, just fold it. There's you got your fold. You just leave that to cool down, because then the creases will set. Here's one I done earlier. Creases set. Look, when you open it up, you've got creasy fabric. Now those creases are guides. Find your halfway mark. Don't use that one. So halfway, again, is that one. You fold one crease to the next, and then fold the next crease up on itself, so you get like a box pleat. Do you know about box pleating? It basically gives you a pleat on the front and a box on the back. And then iron it. See? There's your box on the back. Box pleat. And then you do the same the other side. To the middle. It's ever so fiddly, but it does, if you just sit and just do them all, and it gives you another box pleat. Now then, I've used an iron. Once you've done enough of these, you can just literally fold it by eye and stitch as you go. That is essentially your box pleats done for your face mask, the expansion bit across the mouth. Just really fixing it, because what I tend to do is, it's only for video. So you've got your two box pleats, fronts and backs. So then you fold them in like this. This will be your inner layer with the boxes. Okay, box that side, box that side. Can you see? Box pleat there and a box pleat there. See? And what you do is you stitch down either end and put your elastic in, stitch down either end. Now what I have done, I haven't got one ready, about the right way, isn't it? This is another one that I've got set up ready. Just undone all the box pleats. This is why I like to iron, gives you an edge. When you've gone down your box pleats on one side, it'll be folded in, And then I stitched down a second time. I'm just about to stand up and show you the one I've done earlier. If I can find them. Here we go. Here we go. I'm a great advocate of top stitching. It's a great way to finish things off. It adds an extra security, especially to the elastic. The last thing you want is an elastic that's going to go tink, come off. I'm just going to turn this one inside out so you can see what I've done. You have to fercle about a bit with the elastic to line it up. I stitched it down and then I turned it, that attached it that side, then I turned it in and went down as a top stitch down there just to double secure this elastic. Now this one is quite a good little design. It's a more fiddly than the other. It's not as quick, but it gives you a really good fit. You don't have to bother so much about the piece of metal across the nose to give a tighter fit. Obviously, if you want a tighter fit, go ahead and fit it. A lot of people are using pipe cleaners, which is a very soft metal, and they're quite long. You just slide them in, and then you just literally slide them in and do a quick stitch along to keep them in on the top so that they can be washed. I wouldn't recommend you put them in a washing machine, purely because with a bit of metal in it, it might poke through and damage the whole thing, be wasted. Also, washing machine's quite brutal on the old elastic, as I'm sure every pair of knickers can attest to. So I suggest that these are washed by hand. Ordinary soap, hand hot soap, like we would to get rid of the virus on our hands. It's the same thing. It'll get rid of the virus on the mask. And then you can do one or two things, or do both the things, is pop it into a cup of boiling water for a minute and let the boiling water actually sanitize the material, because it's not a massive piece of material. Obviously, when you've washed it, you've got rid of any dirt that you might have, like food, or when you've coughed and spluttered on it and made it dirty, so that it will actually clean it. And the other thing you can do is just get your steam iron and just dig down the middle where your face goes, and that will actually sanitize it quite happily when it's dry. Obviously you need to do the washing. The nice thing about these masks, I'm about to put one on, so you're not going to hear me. The nice thing about these masks is when you put them on, although it's the elastic on the ears, which gets a bit annoying, doesn't it? If you have a look, when they go on, the expansion is in the middle. It comes right down under the chin, really tight here at the sides. There's actually hardly any space at all here. You can always add an extra knot like they do on the NHS sites. They show it you can't hear me now, can you? And because it's a cotton, it actually fits quite well under my glasses without steaming them up, which is a positive if you're a glasses wearer. If you're not, they do sit quite nicely and they come up high enough on the cheek, and there's a lot of movement in the face, so you can actually hold a conversation without feeling you're being suffocated. Because I think when you feel suffocated, you're less likely to wear these, and I think they are quite a vital piece of equipment to have in these times. If we want to get back out there and start being human beings again, we've got to take these precautions. They've been doing it in all the other countries for years. British people are notoriously stubborn for change or anything different, but I'm sorry, but we've got the consequences of our being different, and I think it's about time we started tubbing the line with the rest of the world. So that's the basic one. The nice thing is, take it off. This one's obviously going to get washed again before I use it. I'm not sending this one out. And it's a nice neat little thing. It folds up. They've got a pocket, glasses. They've got a pocket. In there, you can put something to absorb moisture. When you breathe, it does get quite hot and sticky. I wouldn't put anything plastic in there, because let's face it, you're just going to not be able to breathe through it. You need to be able to breathe. Some people are using coffee filters. Use whatever you got. Another layer of cotton. They say 3 layers. This is 2 layers, so you need a 3rd layer inside. Another piece of cotton. It could be a handkerchief that you've got that you've washed and laundered. Fold it up, pop it in. It could be as simple as a piece, a you know, the little packet tissues, that's paper, put that in. Anything to add an extra layer of protection will do the trick. So there's mine. There's all sorts of other designs out there. Best place to go, YouTube. Just YouTube. Amazing what you find on there. That's where I found this one. Thank you. Bye bye.